Look at this, folks. I am back with Terry Sands of the Annisquam Village Players once again. How you doing, Terry? It's great to see you.
Good to see you.
We were just chatting off air. It's been a long time since we got to hang out. I think that was maybe last July or August.
Yeah, it was when we were doing our show last summer.
Yeah, yeah. Big difference this time around. But another virtual production for your annual fundraiser. Let's talk about that a little bit.
Okay. And I'm hoping, this is going to be great. I'm going to tell you about it. But this summer, we are planning on being back in person in the Village Hall with Mary Poppins. So,
Oh, no, awesome. I was going to ask. Really?
yeah, so we're excited. We've had the rights for 3 years and we haven't been able to do it because of COVID. But hopefully, we're getting to the point where we can live with COVID. So we're very excited about doing our in-person production this summer.
Yeah. So let's talk about this weekend's event. Then I think that was my next question, Terry. Eventually, is does AVP do anything in the spring, or was it really about that summertime production?
No, it's we do an annual musical every summer, and then in February, in the dead of winter, we do this cabaret, which when things are going right, when there's no COVID around, we have a lot of our AVP performers doing singing, dancing, acting. It's kind of a variety show
Yeah.
in February every year, and we're very excited. This year, unfortunately, I mean, I'm not sure it's online, but it's going to be very exciting. We're doing some new things this year. Um, for starters, we open our show. I do a little fireside chat with Lindsay Krause, who I think everybody knows.
Mhm.
Um, and her entire family was involved with the AVP over the years. Um, and Lindsay's got a few stories to tell about her father and her mother and her brother and her kids, all of who have been involved with AVP over the years. As I think everybody knows, her father, Russell Krause, wrote Sound of Music and Anything Goes and Life the Father,
Yeah.
and we have produced all three of those shows at one point or another. We did Sound of Music twice, and we tell about this when I interview Lindsay, but it's worth mentioning again. Her mom, the second time we did anything Sound of Music, her mother had uh, little uh, uh, little boxes with music from Sound of Music that she gave to all of the people playing the Von Trapp kids in our show. These were original from Broadway when it opened,
Oh, wow.
and it will be, these kids still, at the time they were like 7, 8, 9. They're now in their 20s, and they're still talking about, wow, this was incredible.
Yeah, and she was helping. She was consulting with you for that production.
Yes,
Yeah.
in fact, she did the night we opened. Uh, she did a an event with us where she had a lot of the original Broadway memorabilia, and she showed it. She told stories about the opening on Broadway, and then she had a lot of the stuff that she showed when we had the opening. So it was really very exciting.
Very cool. Yeah, and then I get to chat with Lindsay. With
Yes.
his work. Yeah.
So anyway, when you people tune in on Saturday night, they'll hear the chat with Lindsay talking all about her mother, her father, her brother, and her own kids, all involved with AVP. Back years ago.
Yeah, we want to mention. So this production is this Saturday, February 12th at 7:30 p.m.
That's correct.
Right? And if people want to learn more, AnnisquamVillagePlayers.org.
That's correct. And the show this weekend, you go on their website and there'll be a button to push to get you onto the YouTube site. Um, we're doing it. The show is free, but we're doing it as a fundraiser for our scholarship fund that we started about 5 years ago, where promising kids, generally between the ages of 10 and 20, um, we give scholarships to them for singing, acting, and dancing lessons. And as you probably know, we have sent some of our kids have ended up going off to Hollywood, and they got to start with AVP. So it's kind of exciting, and we want to extend that opportunity. So we're trying to to raise funds to give larger scholarships to kids who don't have the money to do it and who are very talented.
Right. And we believe, Terry, now through our research that AVP may just be the oldest active community theater group in the country.
Yes, I think we talked, Corey, a little bit about this last summer. We have traced our roots back to the Civil War, 1863, when a number of young men in the village needed to raise money to go to war then for uniforms, and they put a show on, and that was the very first one that we have a record of. And so that's kind of exciting. We're now doing research trying to get programs and maybe even photos whenever photos started. I can't remember when they had the first photos, but we're redoing our website right now, and we're going to have all of this stuff, old videos and photos and playbells and stuff, going back to the early 1900s and the late 1800s.
Yeah, and those productions were happening outdoors, right?
Some of them were outdoors. Some of them were actually in the village hall.
Mm-hmm.
The village hall, as you may recall, we did this time last year. We did the fundraiser for the cabaret, and it was for expenses for the renovations of the village hall. Yeah. And those renovations are ongoing now. So there are two reasons we can't do an inside production right now. One is COVID, and the other is because the roof is partially off as they're doing their renovations.
A little chilly in there right now.
A little chilly. So we're hoping all of that will be done by the summer.
That's great. Okay, so about this weekend show, any surprises that folks need to know about?
Yeah, I mean, one kind of interesting thing about doing it online, you're able to do some things that you couldn't do in person. And what this Saturday night, we're doing our regular show where we have a number of our performers are doing new songs that they've recorded from their own houses or from stages that they have performed on. But in addition to that, and we're really excited about this, we're doing some golden oldies. We're doing some scenes from some songs, from dances that go back maybe 15 to 20 years that we consider some of our best. And so we're going to show those again. And then another thing we're doing to show kind of what we consider our prowess in the tech end of things. We're doing 2 scenes from the last 10 years that we're really proud of. One is we're doing a scene from Peter Pan where he flies into the audience. And then we're doing a scene from Singing in the Rain where we actually had rain on stage. Those were 2 of our big tech things in the last 10 or 15 years. And we've got the songs from those shows, and we're showing those again on Saturday night. So it should be very exciting.
Yeah, what a great tease. So again, this is this Saturday, February 12th, 7:30 p.m., AnnisquamVillagePlayers.org to get more info. This is a free virtual event, folks.
Yes, it is free. We're hoping people will donate to the scholarship fund, but it's not required. So it is a free event. And I mean, there really are going to be some surprises, from some new stuff, some old stuff, and lots of stuff in between. And we're very excited about the interview with Lindsay. I think everybody knows her, and she's talking about her family and how they were involved, and how her family was involved with what she's done. So it should be a very interesting opportunity to see kind of a little bit of everything.
Yeah, and it's been it's so fun just peeling back those layers of history and learning about how AVP came to be, and really Annisquam as a village, and it's self-sustainability, and it's resilient, and always this love for theater and productions, and how the two have been married for a couple centuries now. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I think we showed you some of the stuff this summer, but we have newspaper articles going back to the 1920s. I think it's the earliest. No, actually, it goes back even further than that. When they say Annisquam has always been connected with theater, way, 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 way back, and That's one of our exciting things, to uncover all these layers of the onion.
Yeah,
And every day practically we find new stuff about our group. So that's Lindsay's got a really interesting story she's going to tell, that I'd never heard before, um, about how she starred in one of the shows in the 1960s here in Annisquam before she went off to other things. And so it's actually it. I'm very excited about it, and I think our audience will be too. It shows kind of a lot of what's been going on in our past, and then with these new things with the flying and stuff, it shows that we're keeping up with the times.
absolutely. Yeah, I'm looking forward, and the tradition continues, no matter
Yes, it
indoors,
does.
outdoors, virtual. Yeah, we have all the dimensions covered here.
I know. Well, that's one thing. We're hoping we can be in person inside this summer, but we have last summer we showed that we can do it outside if we have to, and it was quite an interesting event. It was a totally different experience for our cast, but they said they love being outside, and you can do different things outside than you can do inside, and obviously different things inside than outside. So it's the creativity is what has been so exciting to me. When we were faced with COVID 2 years ago, all the theater groups were saying, "Oh, what are we going to do?" and stuff like that. But the creativity that has evolved over the last 2 years is kind of astounding, and we're very proud and excited to be a part of that creativity. That I think we've taken advantage of things that we could do that we didn't know we could do,
Hmm.
as have a lot of other theaters. In Gloucester, Gloucester Stage this summer did, I think, their first outside shows in quite a while. So it's been kind of interesting.
Yeah, awesome stuff. We're looking forward to it. Can't wait to check it out and hear from Lindsay and see this weekend's production of Cabaret, Saturday, 7:30. Terry Sands, Annisquam Village Players, thanks so much for your time.
Okay, we hope you will join us. A very exciting time. And Corey, thanks very much to you. For this introduction. That's great. We're
Yeah.
very excited about this.
Once the weather clears up here, we'll be hanging out again. We'll do something over there in Annisquam.
I'm looking forward to it. All right. Good. Thanks.
Take care.
All right.
This episode of Cape Ann Today is brought to you by J&L Welding.
Interested in a sponsorship? Email sponsor@1623studios.org to learn more.